Yo, what's poppin'? I am back with that Draft League content for WBE Week 7. Currently 6 wins in the league and undefeated. Locked into playoffs as well, which is fantastic. So now we can bring some fun stuff and try some new things out. This week we're going to be taking on visually, but before we get into it, please leave a comment for the algorithm and tell me if you could add a new item into the game. What would you want it to do? So for example, I'd love an item that is a counterpart of Assault Vest, Emvee, but boosted defense instead of speed def. That'd be pretty interesting. So I look forward to hearing from you all in the comments as usual and reading them all. Now, our opponent's team consists of Alakazam, Charizard, Diggersby, Jirachi, Jirachi, Palossand, Primarina, Rotom-Fan, Scrafty, Sharpedo, and Tangela. So as you can see, his team is very, very scary. And it's a tough team because he has some really great Dragapult answers in Primarina and Scrafty, as well as a speed boosting Sharpedo potentially. And there's just a lot of great answers. Like I guess Diggersby is also there too. That's another big threat. Jirachi is just a super versatile mon. It's extremely bulky as well. It's also able to set up in a variety of ways, like maybe Sub Power Punch or Calm Mind or stuff like that. So it can be a big threat for our team as well. And he also has Alakazam, which I don't think he'll bring. It's not really that great for the matchup, but still a big threat. Jirachi is a tough mon to switch into. I don't have much switch in for that. With this team in particular, I'm trying out a new style. So I didn't know when I would bring Shuckle ever in this season because I've been doing really well with 6 mons, but I decided to bring it this week because his team looks like we can put in the work with Sticky Webs, and I've noticed that sometimes he doesn't bring Defog. So if he doesn't bring Defog, Sticky Webs would actually be really good because it will slow down Zam, it will slow down any potential Scarfers like Jirachi and things, so that Dragapult can be the fastest thing on the field, which is great. I mean, he has a lot of good bulk, like Scrafty can be really bulky with bulk upset, or even a Dragonite that's really scary. Primarina is definitely another scary mon because it can Calm Mind. It can also just sit there and like Draining Kiss all the time. But yeah, like I figured this team that I made here, it's I had actually made 2 teams. One of them I thought was just really good, and he's a potential playoff that we might face again. I think our last 4 games, which are going to be visually Chimp, Moet, and James. I don't know if that's the order or not, but they all will probably make playoffs. So, and I'm really bad at rematches versus people because when I bring something, I'm like, I don't know what to bring the next time if I win. But this team here, I figured would be a pretty fun one because I have another really good team that I want to bring, but I think I'll save that one and bring this one instead. I built this team around Sticky Webs Skuntank, and Skuntank is Sticky Webs plus Skuntank, I mean, not Sticky Webs Skuntank. But Skuntank is AV with Stench, 4 attacks. So this set here is great because Poison Jab is going to do a lot of damage to stuff like Primarina, Tangela, and stuff, while you have Crunch doing a lot to Jirachi. Jirachi will also take a lot of damage from it. Sucker Punch is great priority versus faster mons. And then Play Rough, which will destroy a Scrafty. And the EV spread here that we have is going to be faster than Modest Maxi Primarina, as well as having enough speed def to take a +2 Focus Blast from Life Orb Zam, and enough attack so that we can do the most damage as we can do. It's a really solid set overall, and I'm running Stench this time just because Flint's chances are pretty good. Well, I mean, it's 10%, but I don't see Aftermath really putting in much work here because he has a lot of good special attackers, and the physical attackers he has doesn't really make too much contact with this, besides I guess Scrafty, but I do think Stench could have some value, and maybe we can activate it. But yeah, Shuckle here is red card with Stealth Rock, Sticky Web, Encore, and Knockoff. I think is going to be really good. I figured that a Sticky Web set will be enough for us to slow down his team for Dragapult, which we have here, which is E-Belt. Now I was tempted to run Life Orb on this set, but I wanted to run E-Belt because Life Orb really kind of stalls this thing down quite a bit in terms of, or like wears it down quite a bit, I mean, because of the chip damage. And he has really good switch-ins and pivots and stuff that he can go into, so I don't want this thing to get worn down too much, which is why I'm running E-Belt, because we have good coverage versus a lot of stuff. Dragon Darts is able to OHKO Jirachi and is able to do a lot of damage to things such as Zam, like Break It Sash and stuff. Shadow Ball is great versus Jirachi and things. T-Bolt mainly for Primarina because it is a 2-hit KO on Primarina. And U-turn for the momentum that we can get into something like Obstagoon, for instance, which is just so good on this team. With sticky webs, Obstagoon becomes a huge threat. I brought the 2 dark types because he has 2 psychic types, but I still think, you know, with Scrafty and Primarina, it's going to be a very scary matchup. But with Obstagoon here, after a bulk up, I'm pretty sure we can OHKO almost everything. Of course, there's going to be Scrafty, which you got to worry about with Intimidate, but I was tempted to bring Defiant with webs as well, but bulk up Flame Orb. Like with the Flame Orb, it just hits so hard not to like for me not to just put on a team. So close combat actually does a little bit more than Facade to Scrafty, which is great, and we'll be able to 2-hit KO it most of the time, I think, with either close combat or Facade. It just does a ton of damage, so under webs it's just great to use on a team. Then we have here a Togekiss, which I think is also really good to bring because Scrafty is a big threat for Dragapult, and Togekiss can deal with that really well. And under webs, it's faster than essentially like everything, I think. It's faster than Scarf Diggersby as well if he decides to bring that, so that's why I have enough speed here. Plus the bulk that we have is going to be good to sponge some certain hits for Mons. Air Slash Flamethrower I think is all we need because Flamethrower hits the Jirachi, and Air Slash basically hits everything else besides the Rotom, which is walled by Lantern. And Lantern I think is great because it's a really good pivot. Under webs I think is good because it also outruns certain Mons. I think the speed, I said it to outrun something. I think the Diggersby Jolly, it outruns that under webs. And enough bulk to take like a Solar Beam from Charizard, as well as many Iron Heads and stuff from Jirachi. With Rocky Helmet I think, so like the strategy I have in mind is, if I lead Shuckle and he leads Jirachi, I can go into Lantern, give him Rocky Helmet and then Volt Switch out, or double, depending on his team, into Shuckle again, and then set up webs. But I'm just hoping he doesn't bring a Defogger because otherwise Shuckle's use is vastly diminished and it's going to be 5v6. But like that's why I'm decided to bring it now because it's not playoffs, and I mean we have a lot of fun opportunities we can bring for the rest of the week because we're already locked into playoffs anyways. But yeah, that's the team. The team seems pretty good overall. I think it's going to be a very difficult matchup though because of the number of Pokemon he has for Dragapult. I'm sure he's going to bring Scrafty, Primarina 100% of the time. Jirachi and Dragalge might also appear, then maybe Diggersby and then Tangle as the last, or Sharpedo or Rotom is also potential as well. If he doesn't bring Defog, it's going to be really nice, but if he does, then we'll have our work cut out for us. But because we are already locked into playoffs, I figured I'd bring a more fun team and feature Shuckle, which I've not featured yet all season, so wanted to bring it at least once because I don't know when I will again. Let's just get right into the game when it begins. I think I'm just waiting for him at this point in time, so we'll cue into that once the game begins, and I'll see you guys for the match. Okay. Very interesting team here. So Defog, I hope he doesn't have Defog. I hope he didn't bring Defog, but we'll see. He's got the Jirachi, Primarina, the Scrafty, Dragalge, Sharpedo, and Rotom. So pretty threatening team. He didn't bring the Diggersby though, which is great. Absolutely good news. Because we can Volt Switch pretty freely on his team now, which is nice. Rotom is there as well. Yep. Alright, so I think we can probably just lead with Shuckle. So the strategy is, if he leads with Jirachi, we can go into Rocky Helmet, Lantern, and then maybe double back or Volt Switch out. Volt Switch is pretty free, so we can just do that. But hopefully this will be a pretty fun game overall. Didn't put too much time into this team just because of the fact that there was another team that I really wanted to bring, but I'm saving that for playoffs. The last 4 matches are going to be potential playoff contenders, so we might have to rematch them. So that's why I'm trying to bring some fun stuff. First time I'm bringing Shuckle because we already made it into playoffs anyways. But yeah, it should be a fun one. Let's see what we can do. We got the similar poses here. I like that. All right. So he's gonna lead off with myself. All right. So this does give us sticky webs here. I don't think Primarina learns any kind of Magic Coat stuff. Oh, it does learn Magic Coat. Ooh. But I don't think he would. I don't think he'd pack Magic Coat. And plus, I really can't switch out. If he's like strong, I can't switch out. I'm just going to set up my webs here. Yeah, he just scalded. That's fine. That is perfectly fine. He's not choice specs, which is good to know. He does burn me though, however. So we don't know what item he is. We can send him out with his red card into Rotom. That's fine. But we can see if it has defog or not. This is not bad because we can actually click knockoff here and then get another web up. I'm actually okay with this because Rotom can't really do much to us right now, at least. I'm gonna knock here. Get rid of any kind of potential item like boots or something. Yeah, he does have defog, okay. So the question is trying to keep webs up on the field. That's gonna be really what we have to do. So we'll get rid of the heavy duty boots, that's fine. And I think I am just going to keep getting webs up here. I think webs are more useful than rocks. He's gonna air slash. Yep, we get webs up. Beautiful, beautiful. And so at this point in time, we just click webs over and over. Unfortunate that he did get the burn because we wouldn't be on a timer. But I think I'll still keep webs up. We'll try to get him up again. So the good thing is that I think that Skuntank puts in a ton of work here. Dragalge is going to be a bit annoying because we don't really have a good switch into that. However, yeah, I'm going to keep getting my webs up here. Because then it'll give us a switch initiative. He'll be forced to defog and probably lose Rotom or something else at least. I'm gonna keep webs up. If I had Defiant Obstagoon, that would have been nice, but I brought Guts this time. Shuckle's still alive, I like that. Yeah, so let's keep the webs up here. So he didn't bring, well, he has Jirachi. It might be a Stealth Rocker, I'm not sure. Alright, so we'll keep webs up. Shuckle is gonna be gone. So I'm not sure what the EV spread on this Rotom is. However, we have two options. We could either go into Dragapult or we could go into Obstagoon here. Dragapult does seem kind of nice because I can just Dragon Darts and it should be a 2-hit KO versus this thing. So I think I'm going to go Dragapult here and just Dragon Darts this Rotom. So yeah, I think we could Dragon Darts here. Because he might want to switch out. In fear of potential choice specs, which actually could have knocked out this thing. If I brought specs. But I wanted to not be locked into anything so I can U-turn out freely. So I'm banking on the fact that he might switch out here into like Scrafty or something. Who stays in? Okay. That's actually really bulky. So I maybe should have gone Obstagoon in that case. Because now I don't want to take a status or anything. So I'm just going to U-turn out here. Yeah, so unfortunately we have to play the game without webs. It's gonna be 5v6. I hadn't brought Shuckle all of these weeks, so I wasn't sure if he would prepare for that or not. If I was Specs, I could have probably knocked it out from that range, but yeah, he's gonna stay in here. I think our play is just to go Lantern and Volt Switch, I think, is fine. Because I think every time we bring out Obstagoon, it'll put in a lot of work. He Wisps here, that's fine. I also could have gone Obstagoon. And so why don't we just go right for a Volt Switch here? So Defog, Will-O-Wisp, Air Slash, probably a Volt Switch or something. Because otherwise he's walled by Togekiss. And actually getting rid of this means that it opens up for Togekiss. Oh, he's Hex, okay. This is a little chunk. But we can freely Volt Switch here into Obstagoon. Get our Flame Orb activated and knock this thing out. So let's go Obstagoon here. Can just Facade. So getting rid of Rotom is nice because now, I mean, he still has Jirachi for Togekiss. I really wish I kept my webs up somehow, but I didn't see, I don't think it was possible since getting burned and stuff. Plus, I don't think I could have gotten him up versus anything else. Maybe besides Scrafty, but that thing could set up. But like I said, there's another team that I wanted to bring that I'm saving for playoffs potentially. He brings this thing in, so I'm sure that this thing will be bulky enough to take. Well, it'll probably be bulky enough to take a hit. I could go Skuntank here, to be honest, because we are AV. I think I'll do that because it'll force him out for sure. I don't think he's Scald here either. Yeah, he just Moonblasts here. We should take this decently well. Yeah, that took it really well. Nice. And I think what I'll do now is, I think I can go for a Play Rough predicting Scrafty, or I think a Play Rough predicting Scrafty might actually be really fire. Because I feel like he'll just go Scrafty here. So we got to make some more aggressive plays, I think. Because I feel like he'd go Scrafty for Intimidate. Yeah, he switches out. There's Dragalge, okay. So this is still fine. Because we'll get some good chip on this. And then what we can do here is... Well, we don't have a switch in. I can tell you that much. We do not have a switch in. So I think Togekiss to make the aggressive switch into... But then I don't want to lose to Scrafty. That's the only thing. Because he'll just Draco here, right? But I think Togekiss for now is fine. Yeah, it's a different playstyle than I'm used to because I usually bring teams with switch-ins. Yeah, he Draco's here. Perfect, perfect. And then what we can do now is predict the Sludge Wave, go into Pult. So that we don't risk Togekiss. He actually switches out here. Goes into Flinchy. That's Jirachi. Yep. So that's a pretty good play on our part there to double. And I think what we'll do here is probably U-turn out. I think is the play. Just to be safe, he could have a berry or something and we don't want this thing getting parried. So do like U-turn here. Yep, he switches out. Beautiful. GG. That's the Scrafty. Okay. Pretty good, pretty good. So we get the nice U-turn off here. And I believe this allows us to go into... Well, he's not actually... I didn't see Intimidate. Maybe I looked away for a second. But we can go Togekiss and Flamethrower, predicting Jirachi to come in. Because I think that'd be a pretty nice play. So yeah, let's Flamethrower here, predicting Jirachi. Hit that up for some good damage. He's leftovers on this Scrafty too, so he definitely would not want to stay in. Yeah, exactly. He actually goes Dragalge though, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna Air Slash once. Oh, he's Scarfed? And he crit me? Don't think that... I don't know if that mattered. Probably... The thing is Scarfed. Good lord. Well, that kind of makes the game a little trickier. That's a Scarfed Dragalge. Good lord. So I think the play now is to just crunch here, I guess. Huh. I did not expect that. I did not expect that at all. I think, let me see, let me just check the calc real quick. Dragalge. So I mean, this thing is gone, which is nice, I guess, but he'd have to be timid, I think, to outrun Togekiss with Scarf, I believe. So Sludge Bomb, we would have actually lived that without the crit, which is annoying, but we would have lived that hit. So the crit definitely did matter in that case, because we could have actually roosted on a lot of other Pokemon. Yeah, so we'll knock this out, I guess, but still a really good prep on his part, though definitely I think that did matter with the crit. Because I just calced adaptability. He needs Timid to outrun Togekiss, I think. Pretty sure, or unless it was Modest, then it was a roll. No, because that was Sludge Bomb, and not Sludge Wave. He goes into Jirachi here. I think Lantern's fine. This game is by no means over yet. We can still pull through, potentially. Cosmic Power Jirachi. That's, what, Cosmic Power Stored Power? Or Cosmic Power Weakness Policy, perhaps it could be. I'm gonna T-Wave this. That's a good set. I think it's Cosmic Power Weakness Policy. So I think the play is to Volt out. Question is, who do we go into now? So I think now at this point in time, we can go into Skuntank. just to weaken it a bit. Because we are max attack adamant. And he's parried. So I mean, I definitely think he is weakness policy, but I don't have another option. I don't want to lose Obstagoon because I think that's going to be pretty useful. So I'm going to crunch here. Pray for some paralysis. That did nothing. Yeah, that is weakness policy. Cosmic powers again. Might be getting a little greedy. Maybe. Because remember, this thing is parried. Unless he's got some other kind of move on it. Oh, he's Wish. Okay. Wish Cosmic Power. And 2 attacks with weakness policy maybe. Or 1 attack. I'm not sure. It has to be 2 attacks. He brought it out. Alright. Oh, we got the Stench flinch. I like that. But he's healing up though. He's healing up. And that's actually getting super scary. This thing probably sweeps me here. That's a good set for sure. I didn't expect that at all. Alright. Yo, Skuntank, come through, buddy. Give me some fortune, please. Please. This thing bodies me. Come through, buddy. He wishes here. I need to get like a crit or something. Oh, he's Wish Protect. So then his only move has to be stored power then. Which can't touch Skuntank. So I have chances for a crit. I definitely have some chances then in that case. Was his intention to try to stall me out? Because I mean, it's a good set, but I brought double dark. Okay, we got a defense drop. Oh, it's flash cannon, okay. Interesting. Weakness policy, flash cannon, okay. So that's a really good set. So his Jirachi's only at +2 then, special attack. Got another defense drop here, but I don't think it matters at this point. He wishes though. Come on, Skuntank, come on, please. Please. Okay. There's still chances. There's still definitely some chances here. Because we got the Stench plus paralysis combination. Don't let me down. Alright, he wishes again. Come on, I just need 1 crit. Just 1. I just need 1. Defense drop again. That's good. He cosmic powers though. Okay. Let's crunch again here. Alright, not bad. Okay, okay. Yo, Skuntank, please. You got this, buddy. You got this. You got this. Flinch, flinch. Oh, there it is. There it is. Yo. That thing was literally the scariest thing I fought all season. This Jirachi was too wild. Yo, that's insane. He definitely got a little greedy though, which gave us opportunities to knock it out. I'm pretty sure that Sharpedo still puts in the work. But we got rid of Jirachi. Primarina, Scrafty, and Sharpedo are still there. Yeah, Sharpedo's in. Okay, okay. Let's see what we got left. If he has close combat, I think he straight up just wins. But we can't go hard Lantern. I think Lantern can live a hit though, depending on what he has on this set. So I think what we can do here is we could Sucker, but I think it's just better. Yeah, I think we just Sucker here because this thing can't set up or anything. Just get some chip. Because we could also get some, what, Stenches? No, Crunch, okay. So let's see what item he is. Okay, so we don't see an item. So the thing is that if he's close combat without Life Orb, well, it could also be Banded, which also is annoying. I think we have to go Lantern because we need Obstagoon because otherwise we lose to Scrafty because it's at full. So I'm gonna go Lantern here. I don't know what set this thing is. It could be, I don't know what item it is either, or the calcs or anything. But I think the play is just to Volt Switch. Destiny Bond. I'm okay with that, honestly. Actually, I don't know if I'm okay with that. I don't know if I'm okay with that at all. Because now he can Moonblast. Yeah, I think Primarina can win it now. But either way, it was still a really solid game overall. I go Scrafty here. Okay, okay, okay. Which I think, let's see. Oh yeah, he was intimidated all along. Okay, that's fine. So I think I just Thunderbolt. He's gonna bulk up here. Yeah, he'll take this game 2-0, which is fine. That was a tough team to play against, for sure. Yeah, so he'll knock this out. Knocked off my E-Belt. A +1 could knock this out with a close combat. Which I think is stronger than Facade in this case. Oh no, he lived. Okay, so that thing is full defense. Yeah, GG. Good game, good game. So we're gonna lose this game 2-0. That puts us at, I think, 6-1 with a +26 differential. So Joey, I think, still has to play Chimpack, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's a good game for sure. Very solid game. I know exactly what to bring though for playoffs if we do play again. But But yeah, it was just so nice to see like some sets that really made me struggle, because I don't know, I didn't think I was really struggling throughout the season until this game, so that was nice. Definitely will be watching his side of the game, so check him out. This was a tough matchup for sure. He brought a lot of great Pokemon versus my team. I think though that if we didn't get crit with the Sludge Bomb, that might have been a little bit different, but because we would have been able to roost up on Scrafty and stuff, I think. And yeah, it's tough, but I think that we'll definitely bounce back for playoffs. If we do face again in playoffs, which I do have a nice team for versus him, which we'll bring. But that's going to be it from me. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this game. And that's our first L of the season. So yeah, it's pretty refreshing. I'll see you guys for the next one, and peace.